Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, which apparently have turned into the What's LeBron Going to Do Now show. There have been years that LeBron has won MVP, years when he's won Finals MVP, and his numbers still weren't as good as they are right now. He is averaging 35 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists on 56% shooting in these playoffs. In case you are struggling to find a word for that, I will help you out. It is ridiculous. Oh, and behind the arc, he's shooting 43%. This is the same man who lost the 2007 and 2011 finals in part because opposing coaches dared him to shoot from the perimeter. It is hard to see that strategy working now. So LeBron, it seems, is still extremely good at basketball, and there are plenty of you out there who might say, so what? Or as producer Kevin here at The Jump likes to put it, Beyonce is pretty, film at 11. But what's fascinating is one of the major reasons why we're seeing what we're seeing right now. Why at age 32, he is still as good as he was 3 or 4 years ago when he was supposedly in his physical prime. LeBron has what is called an eidetic memory, or what some people like to call a photographic memory. And if you have spent any significant time around him, it borders on spooky. He once offhandedly mentioned to me something about a shirt I was wearing the first time I interviewed him, which was 15 or 16 years ago. He can tell you the exact meal he ate at a restaurant that doesn't even exist anymore, and trust me, you do not want to argue with him about a line in a movie. He is always, always right. But he uses his memory most for cataloging every single thing that has ever happened to him on a basketball court. If you have tried to guard him in a certain way, LeBron remembers it. He also remembers how often it worked, when it didn't, and why, and all of this is just available to him on the surface of his brain without him having to dig for it. Which is why when we see opponents flinging themselves at him in all manner of fashions, he looks like he knows what's coming before it happens, because he does. And because each season, each postseason, he is only adding to that mental database. So each postseason, he is only getting better at this. Now, there will, of course, be an age he reaches where even if his brain does know what to do, his body will not let him. Father Time, as athletes love to say, is undefeated. And there may even be a point this postseason, maybe it's against the Warriors if it's not against Boston, where it feels like that scene in Matrix Reloaded with all the Agent Smiths, the sheer amount of talent on the other side becoming so overwhelming. Even knowing all the moves ahead of time, it's not enough for LeBron to fight his way out of it. But until that happens, it is amazing to watch him work. Remember the other night when LeBron turned his back on Kelly Olynyk before absolutely destroying him? We all called it a troll, but sometimes I wonder if he's not just frustrated and bored that no one can come up with newer, more interesting ways to defend him. I know this, if anyone does, he will remember it. So, of course, guys, the question now for the Celtics is how do you stop LeBron given all of this? And J.R. Smith says he knows what Boston is going to try.
And for them to come out swinging, playing scrappy like they do. They've been playing like that all year. Whenever their back's up against the wall, they tend to play better just like we do. So we just got to expect that and understand, there's going to be, it might be dirty plays, maybe cheap shots or whatever coming from the other side just because they're fighting for their lives at this point. So we just got to, keep doing what we've been doing.
Dirty plays, cheap shots. Paul Pierce, is that what we're going to see?
I don't think you're going to see dirty plays, cheap shots, but they have to bring a level of physicality to the game. It showed in the last game when they started getting more physical. They started boxing out, putting a body on Tristan Thompson. The game changed. So you got to expect them to come out like that from the gate. It's just going to be a more physical game. It's going to be a ruckus crowd because they know if they don't win tonight, the series is pretty much over.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of that against Washington, right?
Yeah. And their backs against the wall. They're having to play in a survival mode kind of atmosphere. Like you said, it's not going to be dirty, cheap shots, but it's going to be a physical game in order to win it.
Yeah, I thought Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown in the second half of that game when it was long over, at least they brought some spunk to the game. And I think Jaylen Brown is an interesting piece going forward. But I agree. There's not going to be anything dirty. Kelly Olynyk will awkwardly kind of bump into someone, and Marcus Smart will flop. He might be the worst flopper in the whole league, but I don't think it's going to be any worse than that.
JR's gotten into it before, right, with the Celtics?
That's just his personality, That's just his personality.
A little Jason Terry revival here on The Jump.
Oh, man.
We've seen some things with some things. I don't mind it a little scrappy. Y'all know that, so. That'll be fine.
It'll be
Now,
fun.
IT has to have a big game for a couple reasons. I mean, as y'all noted, the Celtics sort of have to win this one. He's also got to back up his trash talk to fellow guard Kyrie Irving. You remember this? Starts talking to Kyrie. Kyrie's like, look at the scoreboard, my friend. How much pressure is there on IT specifically to ball out tonight? You've been in that position.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Celtics go as IT goes. When he has big games, they're tough to beat. I mean, you're talking about a guy who averaged nearly 30 points a game, pretty much imposed his will throughout the Washington series. So, you know, if he's making shots, he's causing havoc, getting into the lane, getting to the foul line, which we haven't seen in game one, then they give themselves the best chance. And also, Avery Bradley has to play well. Well, they have to play well collectively. So it has to be a team game to where you got to see 5 or 6 guys in double figures. It can't all be on IT, but he definitely has to play well.
If it were you, how would you try to approach it, Mike?
Well, you know, if I'm Isaiah, I think in the same shoes as him, he puts pressure on himself to perform every night regardless. I think every game going forward is a must-win. He understands that. He understands his value to his team, not just scoring the ball, but how much attention he brings. When they double him, he has to get the ball to guys, wide open guys, and make sure that his teammates are playing at a high level. In order for, you know, I think for them to beat a team like the Cavs, you got to have that kind of team collectively playing well.
Yeah, I mean, he knows now. He probably knew before, but after game one, they're going to double him hard. They're going to hedge out on every pick and roll, and he's going to have to find the open guy or split the trap, and the other guys are going to have to make shots. I mean, they're going to have to play enough guys that can shoot and make threes, and we'll see what happens.